What's up, this is Squad 2448 with a Farming Simulator 17 Public Works video. Today we'll be building a crushed stone path at the public park here on the Mowing Map. Today we'll be using the dirt style dump truck, the Bobcat T770, and the John Deere tractor, which is already at the job site. We'll be hopping into the dump truck, which is attached to the tri-axle trailer, and we already do have the Bobcat loaded up. Now the dump truck is full of crushed stone, and we actually do have a few other piles at the job site already, since we'll be spreading a lot of stone today, and it's a pretty warm day out today, so I thought we'll make the best of it and do some public works, since we do need to fix up this park for the spring and for anybody that wants to kind of come out during the winter and do any ice skating at the local pond. So the grass did grow over the dirt paths. That's why we are going to be using some crushed stone today. So when we get to the job site, we'll be hopping into the John Deere tractor and we'll be removing all of that grass, compacting it. Then we'll be using the Bobcat T770 to spread out this crushed stone, which should be a lot of fun. And we haven't done a public works video in a little while, so this will be pretty cool. But we are on the latest version of the map, which will be released very soon. You guys can see we just passed by a brand new dealership, which is pretty cool. And then there's a brand new market on the left side of the street coming up. I would like to thank each and every one of you for the continued support on the daily content. You guys are awesome with all of the positive feedback and video ideas each and every day. And now this is a pretty long drive, so we'll be taking the highway, make it a bit faster, and we could go a little bit faster also as we do make our way down there, since highway speeds are always faster than those town roads. But as you guys can see, we are using this tri-axle trailer, very nice trailer. We do not actually have the wide option on it, which is pretty good for today. We do not want to have the trailer wider than what we really needed, and that Bobcat looks pretty good on the back. So this highway is a pretty efficient way to travel from one side to the next, which is pretty cool. And having a full load of gravel and also having a Bobcat on the back is a lot of weight, but it looks like we are pretty much maintaining speed. As you guys can see, we are making our way off of the highway, which was awesome. You guys can see we are coming down a hill, which will gain us some momentum and speed. That's pretty helpful, especially since it takes us a little bit of a while to get up to speed with this heavy load. But like I was saying, guys, we'll be starting out with the John Deere tractor, one of my favorite tractors in the game, and we'll be kind of going around and kind of removing all of the grass. And sometimes when you do not maintain the trails, the grass and nature will kind of continue to grow, and then you will have to come back later on and clean it up, or even remove some of the new growth, which is okay. So as you guys can see, we do have a pile of crushed stone at the end of the parking lot. I did come before we started out today and delivered a few truckloads, just because there's a lot of trails that we need to do. So we have arrived here at the park, very good timing, and we actually by using the highway we did save a lot of time also. But like I was saying, guys, this pond will be freezing over for the winter season, and they will be ice skating here, which should be a lot of fun, everything like that. So we do have to leave the truck on for the ramps to go down on the trailer. Once they go down, we'll be hopping out of it. Looks like we are good there, and I believe that we do a manual attaching in to disconnect that if we do need to, which will be good. But next up, we'll be hopping in the John Deere 7730. Very nicely done, one of my favorite tractors. We'll turn our beacon lights and hazard lights on. Now this is a very large tractor to pretty much be going around here on some pretty small trails. But as you guys can see, the grass is growing in. We'll be lowering this down, and I thought that crushed stone would be better than having just dirt back down there. That way it kind of prevents it, and it's also a little bit easier to walk on. So as you guys can see, we are kind of doing it. We do actually have to make it a little bit wider over here also, but kind of going across this entire area with the crushed stone is going to be a lot of work, but I'm always up for the challenge. I hope you guys are having a great day. Let me know how it is down below in the comments. We'll kind of come over here, back up, and clean up this entire area. It looks like there's just way too much grass. In some areas, looks like the trail did not grow in as much, which is good. And we will be spreading crushed stone throughout the entire area. So as you guys can see, we did do this section over here, and this is one giant path. It does kind of do many different loops all the way around. So we'll only be doing the sections that really do need it, and then we'll be coming back later on, maybe in the spring, to kind of maintain it if there is more growth. So we'll kind of continue around, since right around this pond should be a little bit wider. If you do have any cool video ideas, let me know down below in the comments with any of them. You guys are awesome with all of the positive feedback, and I really do appreciate it. I say it in almost every video that I upload. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun making gaming videos here on YouTube. And if you do have any cool mods that you guys have built and you guys would like me to use in a video, you can always send me them in a private message. So the last trail we really do have to kind of work on is the one over here. You guys can see there's actually a floating tree. I will have to work on that one also. So it looks like this trail at the start completely ruined, which is okay. And there's actually a few different public parks here on the map. They have the Playset Park, and then they have this one, which is meant for like jogging, walking around, and relaxing at the pond. And over there, guys, you can see that that house just built a 3-car garage, which is pretty cool. That's one very large garage, which can store some awesome toys, or even some old cars, or even a brand new pickup truck in that, which is pretty cool. I think we'll be starting out at one of those houses for some pretty cool videos. But as you guys can see, we're just about finishing up here on the last trail. We'll have to switch over to the cultivator, and we pretty much just have to drive around now. So that's it with this machine. We removed all of it. Over here is a little close, but looks to be good. And overall, we are making good progress today, kind of fixing up the trails, and now we just have to spread that. And I believe that those benches are able to move, so we'll kind of go over there with a Bobcat and see if we can lift those up with a bucket and move those to the grass. We'll come over here and attach to this cultivator. I really do like this one a lot. Very nicely done. And I also do like featuring tractors in a lot of different types of videos. So if you do have any cool brands you guys would like me to feature, let me know down below in the comments. I do have the Big Bud DLC and the Platinum Edition, which is awesome DLCs. But wow, this is perfect. This is as wide as that machine over there, which means that we do not have to make multiple passes in the same area. But once we definitely spread out the crushed stone, it will make it look a lot nicer with not having different dirt textures. I do have a lot of very cool videos planned coming up, so stay tuned for all of those. And I've been doing a lot of different types of videos, from GTA 5, Farming Sim, Mud Runner, and we'll be doing some more American Truck Sim and BMNG, which should be a lot of fun. But once we kind of do this last little section over here, we'll be switching over to the Bobcat, where we'll be doing a lot of work. And I mean, a lot of work means we'll be spreading out all that crushed stone throughout all these paths. And like I was saying, I think this stone will be better off because the grass won't grow in as fast, and it will prevent weeds or any growth from kind of starting up, which should be nice. And when it does rain, the stone won't get as muddy as just regular dirt, which is a big bonus since some people still do like to get their daily exercise in, even in the rain. So I mean, that's pretty cool. But like I was saying, guys, today was one of the last warm days here, and I mean, we definitely have to make do with those warm days and get a lot done. But this is also one of the first public works videos in a little while, which is also pretty cool. I really do like switching and doing different series here on the channel, and doing them is a lot of fun. So we do have to watch out for those park benches, which we did a pretty good job at. So next up, we'll kind of park this right over here, and we'll be unloading all that crushed stone right here at the start of the trail. Now that pile over there, we'll be kind of using for that section. So next up, I think we might actually just kind of dump it right over here. So we got the Bobcat unloaded, and you do want to unload it before you do kind of detach the trailer, because with all that weight at the back, most likely the trailer will be going up in the air and possibly can move. So we will be kind of backing up over here and unloading, and I'm very excited for using the T770. Hopefully no rocks do get stuck in between the tracks, but I thought that using the tracks would be a pretty cool thing to do. So we'll be unloading this, and it's just way too much weight to kind of go over this grass and possibly get stuck, especially since it did rain the other night. But as you guys can see, we are unloading. It looks like there's a little bit left in the truck, which we just unloaded, which is perfect. We'll let gravity kind of bring down the dump bed. Some trucks do allow you to have the option for gravity if the hydraulics were to ever break, which is a very cool feature. But up next, we'll kind of start to spread all of it. Now this will take a very long time, which will be pretty cool. I do like doing pretty long videos, so we'll try to do a long one today. So as you guys can see, we'll kind of back up and spread this now. That's already turning out really good, and once you do drive on it, walk on it, and rake it out, it should level out even better. Now this Bobcat is very nicely done. It's on the larger side for skid steers, which is okay, and I think that we will be using the Bobcat S160 once a little bit of the handling work does get fixed up on it, which should be pretty nice. But as you guys can see, this crushed stone path is coming along really well, and up next we'll kind of work on the other section, which is the more narrow paths. And I think for this we'll kind of just unload it just like this. So unload it, back up, kind of move around and do it. Just because this bucket is so wide, I do not want to be putting any of the crushed stone into the lawn, especially since when we do kind of mow in the spring and in the fall and throughout the entire season, we do not want the rocks kind of going. Alright, we are back here at the pile. We'll try to get more bucket loads, and I mean, we'll try to get a lot done today, but like I was saying, guys, spreading crushed stone does take quite a long time, and it also is pretty interesting and challenging with different trails all over. So I think we'll probably kind of do the closest trails. That might be the easiest thing for us, and then we could probably do a part 2 or even just finish it off camera. But as you guys can see, we have started on this path over here. It looks pretty good, but like I was saying, all these paths kind of are just one giant one, which is also a pretty cool feature. We'll kind of come over here, get a full bucket load, and we'll hop in the first person view. I think that this is an awesome first person view, very nicely done, and Wood Metal Farming did a great job on it. So next up, we'll kind of come over here, unload it as we do drive forward. Now you do want to do it just enough and drive forward pretty slow, so you do spread it out evenly and not too much. But overall, we are doing a really good job. I think we'll kind of do this little section right over here, but like I was saying, guys, let me know down below in the comments if you would like to see a part 2 do this. I think that that'll be a pretty cool thing to do, but I mean, we got pretty close up to the pond, and like I was also saying, the pond will be frozen over, and everybody in the town will be allowed to do some ice skating on it, which will be pretty cool. Free of charge. I really do like the public parks, and I mean, that's pretty cool. And the pond isn't too deep, just about 3 to 4 feet, and at most 5 in some sections on the bottom. So I mean, not too bad, and once it's frozen over with all those cold temperatures, it should be good. But as you guys can see, I think we'll kind of fix up this little section with this little pile, and this will be a lot of work to pretty much just spread this out. Awesome, so we'll kind of come over here. I think we'll kind of fix up this one last section before we do call it a day. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, making a crushed stone path at the public park. It is all overall coming out really good so far, and we might have to do a part 2. So let me know down below in the comments, should we do a part 2? Thanks for watching, have a great day, and subscribe for more.